All right, everybody, welcome back to the Go&Do podcast. We are now on episode, what we say, 14?
I'm double checking
13.
right now.
Quick double check. It's been a minute since recording. We're happy to be back.
This will be 14.
14.
Yes.
Awesome. Today we're here with Tessa Winegar. She just got home in August. And Tessa, just tell us when you left, when you got home, and what mission you served in, where you're from, just kind of a little basic information.
All right. Well, I served in the Helsinki Finland Mission. I left in February 2024, and I got back, like you said, in August of, last year, I guess now. I'm from Star, Idaho.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
We love Star.
Right off the bat, I'm just going to ask, did anybody know where Star, Idaho was in your mission when you told them
never.
that?
Nope.
Nice. Okay.
Cool.
And then say your mission one more time.
Helsinki, Finland.
Helsinki.
Yeah.
Helsinki. Okay.
That's
There's
awesome.
only one mission in the country, but it's the Helsinki one. I don't know why.
Okay.
Cool. And does it just covers like all of Finland? Does it seep into any other countries?
Just Finland. The areas only go about to like the bottom 2/3 of the country because the top is the Arctic Circle. It's too cold.
Oh.
Uninhabitable.
Okay, so that's where
Cool.
you're at globally,
Yeah.
very north?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know where Finland was. So.
I know it's Finland and Sweden.
Yep.
Right next to each other.
That's it. That's all you need.
There you go.
All right.
Cool. What was your reaction like when you opened your mission call?
Total surprise. I was not expecting it at all. I didn't know where it was either. So you're not alone.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
So when you opened it, did you say it right? Did you pronounce it right? All that stuff?
I hope so. I opened it by myself first so that I would, not have that issue.
Oh, okay.
Smart.
So you were
Yeah.
prepared?
Yeah.
Nice. So was it the Provo MTC?
Yeah.
I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was that experience like?
I loved it. I think a lot of people don't like it, but I really loved it. It was awesome.
What was that? Why was that?
It's just such like a spiritually rich environment, and you're learning stuff constantly, and there's lots of cool people around you, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. How was your experience like starting to learn Finnish in the MTC? How long were you there, by the way, before you answer that?
About 10 weeks.
I'm glad
10
you
weeks.
asked that question because I didn't know what language to
I
say.
had texted her and asked her.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
She told me mission. I was like, in what language? She said Finnish. I was like, all right, okay.
I'll make sure.
I had to make sure.
Yeah.
I was very overwhelmed at first. It's a lot. They just kind of like dump stuff on you like day after day after day, and they don't really wait for you to get it. But then I think the thing that they do is they teach you how to learn the language. They don't really teach you
Cool.
the language. So like when you get into the field, it's a lot easier. Like, oh, I remember that thing. Like, oh, I understand that now. But it was very overwhelming at the time.
Yeah, that makes
Good point.
sense. I would assume in the MTC you don't get to learn a whole lot anyway. I'm guessing how big was your MTC district? Like, was there a lot of people going to Finland, or
We had 13. That was a bigger group. It kind of like varies from group to group, but that was a sizable group. And you just kind of, they teach you like every single grammar principle, but like,
vocab maybe not so much, or
yeah, they try, but you can't really, it's
Yeah.
10 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah, that is hard.
yeah, that's tough.
So, in your mission, how many missionaries were there? Do you have an estimate of like at a time?
Yeah,
How
we
many
had
people were there?
about 100
Okay.
take throughout my mission.
Okay.
So it was small, but sizable for one
Yeah,
country.
that's actually bigger than what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
What was the travel day like for you? Like, was it pretty hectic, pretty awful?
To get there or like within the
To get
country?
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was a lengthy flight. But I don't know. It was fun because you're surrounded by all the other missionaries and you're going to a new place. I was also very nervous, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you had a lot of time to think about it too. How long was that travel day for
I
you?
think it was 18 hours. I can't remember.
18
18.
hours.
And how
Maybe
many
14.
how many different flights?
3.
Three?
I think 3. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
I blocked it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
One like the other.
Ours was a smooth. Did we have a layover, or did we just get to Salt Lake and
No.
go?
I think we just
I think
went
we
Salt
just had
Lake
direct.
straight.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what was you land in Finland? What is your like first reaction? What are some of your first thoughts when you land there?
I was terrified. A lot of people were like stoked and ready to go. I was completely like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, but that passes. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it was a little bit of a culture shock, maybe weather shock.
Yeah.
Was it cold there like all the time?
I was surprised by that because I was expecting it to just be like Arctic temperatures the whole time, but the summer is so gorgeous. It's
Really?
green. It's like
That's cool.
the most beautiful place. I don't know. I was surprised by how green it got in the summer.
Yeah. Okay. So what was like your first maybe welcome to Finland moment where you're like, okay, that's not something you see in the States?
I think honestly it's not completely super culturally different.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar. The first thing that I'm thinking of that's not actually that crazy is just that like pedestrians always have the right of way. So like if a car is coming, you can just walk in front of it. It has to stop. That's pretty nice. I like that.
Yeah.
There you go, especially as a missionary.
Yeah.
Walking around a lot.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's super cool. And so you get to the airport in Finland, and were your mission leaders there? Were the APs there? How did it go?
Both of them were there.
Okay.
They threw our stuff in this trailer and we drove off to the mission home. And I was like, this actually doesn't look that different than like America.
Interesting.
Highways and street signs.
Yeah.
It was pretty dead because I got there in April and it's still like winter there. But
Okay.
So what was the I guess what was the first day when you were meeting your trainer? What did that look like? Did they bring you to a church building or?
yeah, we went to a church building and had orientation there, and we got assigned our areas and our trainers. And I know that your trainer is like the person that's supposed to be with you. My trainer saw me and later told me that like I knew it was you the whole time, even though like they didn't know beforehand. Like it's a surprise for both of us, but she was like, I know it was you. So
Yeah.
that's.
So did you guys drive back, or you and your trainer, did you have a car? Did you bike back to area? Did you walk back to your apartment? Like what did that first day kind of look like for you?
So we took a train back. Our area was a 4-hour train
cool.
north. I loved the trains. The trains were awesome. We got to take trains a lot.
Are they dependable?
They're very dependable.
Okay.
I love the trains.
Unlike
Unlike
the States and
Baltimore,
and Baltimore.
public transit.
Yeah. But 4-hour train north. We didn't have a car. We had bikes in that first area.
Okay. Is there cars anywhere?
Yeah, there's maybe like a third to half of the areas have cars in
Oh,
the
okay.
mission.
That's
Okay.
not bad.
And then everyone else has bikes.
Bikes are walking. There's
Okay.
probably only like 3 companionships with bikes. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And is there other areas where it's just like public transport? Like, okay.
Buses and the trains. There's like commuter trains as well as long distance ones. So.
Nice.
So of the 2/3 of Finland that your mission covered, how far north was your first area?
It was about a third of the way up the country.
Okay. So is the mission home and airport like at the very bottom
Yeah.
of Finland?
Helsinki is located in the very south.
Okay.
And the mission home was right next to that and the airport.
Got it.
So what was your first area called?
It was called Kokkola.
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 Okay.
Kokkola.
Can you tell us a little bit about that area as far as was it a ward or a branch?
Mm-hmm. It was a branch.
Branch. Okay. Is that pretty standard out there, or is it kind of mixed? Is there wards and branches?
Yeah, there's wards and branches and like a couple groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're in Kokkola.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like up there? Like I said, the church, the branch. How are they? How are the members? How are the people? What'd you do to find? Just like everything you got about that area.
It's okay. So it's like on the coast of the Baltic Sea, which is really cool because you can go to the beach.
That
and
is
see
awesome.
See
That's
the
sweet.
Ocean. It's kind of in the Bible Belt of Finland, where so you get a little bit of
interesting.
bashing there. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And it's also there's like one specifically Swedish-speaking town in Finland, and it's like 15-minute train ride away. So you also get some Swedish mixed in there. Thankfully, I didn't have to learn Swedish. It would have been cool. Let's see what else. The branch. It was a branch. I'm pretty sure there was maybe like 50 to 80 people. So it was, I don't know, but it was an awesome branch. The members were incredible.
Nice.
Very supportive of the work and of us, and I love them to death.
Awesome. And what were in that area? What were some of your like finding approaches? Was it mostly door to door? Was it street contacting, social media members? What was it like in that area?
I think throughout Finland, it's pretty standard. We hit like a variety, usually street contacting, tracting, and then social media.
Okay.
So like no matter where you are, you're gonna probably be doing all three of those. But in that area specifically, we probably did a lot of tracting and street contacting.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's pretty standard throughout the mission.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar finding method. There's some missions where it's like in Baltimore City, tons of like media referrals, and then in some like outer cities, the boonies, you don't see as much of that.
Yeah.
But it's all pretty standard throughout the mission.
I think so. There's obviously probably like in the more populated areas, you can do social media a lot more because people are on social media a lot more there. But everywhere has everything
Sure.
to some degree.
Yeah.
So when you were door knocking, you said it was kind of the Bible Belt. You got into some bashes. Was the church well received or well known up in Kokkola, or was it more like this is new for us? How did people kind of react to the message you were trying to bring?
I think it was new in a lot of cases, and if they did know about it, it might have just been from stereotypes.
Okay.
Finland is primarily Lutheran. So,
Got it.
but it's also that way in maybe name only a lot because people, claim
Sure.
to be that, and then
Yeah.
So a lot of times they would be just like,
And you're like, when's the last time you went to church? And they're like, what?
"What is that? Easter, maybe?"
A funeral? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was in one of my areas. Not to get too off track, but like it was very Catholic. But a lot of it was like, and this was a thing there. You could literally ask them, Catholic by tradition or Catholic by religion, and they would like answer, like, oh yeah, we're
nice that
like
they were-
actually Catholic, or like,
Yeah.
no, it's like a traditional thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Was it like that there at all, or was it just like,
We
I'm
didn't-
Lutheran through and through?
Yeah, we didn't really ask. That would have been smart to ask that, but they would probably just claim like, "Oh, I'm actually Lutheran."
Yeah,
but maybe,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But in all reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of all the like wards and branches and groups in Finland, you said there's a little pocket that spoke Swedish. Was there any other languages that were spoken in your mission that maybe like some missionaries got called to speak a different language? Because like in Baltimore, there's English and Spanish, and then some ASL missionaries were called and eventually French. Was it just all Finnish, or was there any Swedish, anything like that?
Well, you're primarily called Finnish speaking, but if you're called to that one area, you learn Swedish as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the one case.
Yeah, but it's all mostly Finnish.
And how?
Oh.
Just real quick, how similar are those languages? Is
Not even close.
not even close.
Not
Okay.
at all.
I actually was thinking that.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask first. I'm glad you asked that. But I wanted to ask, your trainer, was she American or was she okay?
Yeah.
Did you have any Finnish?
In the
companions?
time that I was there was one Finnish sister missionary,
Okay.
and I never got to be a companion, unfortunately.
Okay.
So-
So you had all American companions.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Nice.
guess that kind of makes sense because if
Yeah.
it's a whole country,
Yeah.
then
Probably
it's
not.
like if
Yeah.
getting called to Idaho
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So how long were you in this Kokkola area for?
About 4 months.
Okay. So
Mhm.
you had, was it like a transfer or two with your trainer and then?
It was just one transfer. I really like this actually, but every transfer you get a new companion.
Oh my goodness.
I
Okay.
Gotcha.
really liked that.
Okay.
That's actually, yeah, that's interesting. So you were with your trainer for one, then you got another companion for another who was
Mhm.
like your follow-up trainer or whatever.
I was training.
Oh, you were training.
What?
Okay.
That was crazy. I
Yeah.
was not ready for that.
Yeah.
Kelly, take us through
Yeah,
that. It was
yeah.
like training after one transfer speaking Finnish.
Well, I did not expect it. It was hard, but I think I learned in that transfer that God supports you no matter what he calls you to do.
Yeah.
So crazy things happen, but God helps.
Yeah, for sure. So you were there for, I guess, were you there for like 3 transfers then? You had like, or no, I guess you were out of there after
Mhm.
that. Yeah. So
Just
where
2.
was your next area?
It was a city called Haga near Helsinki, so it was like right outside the really big downtown area of
Yeah.
Helsinki.
So a little more populated than the
Yeah.
Kokkola area you were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
It was crazy.
When you got transferred there, like what does the transfer days look like? Because it sounds like there's a ton of travel.
Yeah.
How does that go down? Because
Yeah. So basically, all the missionaries from all over the country will go to one of 2 places. There's Helsinki, like down in the very south, and then there's Tampere, which is up a little ways. I don't know how far up, but all the missionaries will go to like one of those two places and then like find their companion and then go back
And
out
swap.
and
Okay.
swap back out. So yeah, there's a lot of travel on that day.
Yeah,
You
I'm sure.
Maybe you're waiting around, and it's really fun because you get to see all of the missionaries.
Sure, yeah.
And it's a really like loud environment as well because it's just like 50 missionaries crammed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People probably didn't really like us, but it was
Whatever.
fun for us. Whatever.
Kind of random question, but do you remember how many zones were in your mission?
When I got there, we had 4, and then about halfway through, they added a 5th one.
Okay.
Just split it up a little bit so it'd be more even.
Okay. Interesting. And so now you're in your second area. Are you at this point getting kind of close to feeling comfortable with the language, or when did you kind of start feeling like you had a good grasp on Finnish?
I think training definitely helped because you kind of have to like,
It's sink or swim.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's sink or swim.
you support yourself and your companion.
Yeah.
I don't think that means I was like really good or anything, but I think generally most missionaries in the Finland mission say that like it takes about 3 transfers, so like
Oh, that's not bad.
what is that, 27 weeks or something, before you're feeling like pretty, I can
Like you can
conversate.
communicate. Yeah, for sure. And then I'm guessing fluency, reach it. When do you feel like most people reach fluency? Like 6 months, 8 months, 6
That's
to 8?
a harder question. I would say that the vast majority of missionaries never actually reach fluency.
Really?
Finnish is an extremely difficult language.
That's
There
what
are
I
some
thought.
missionaries that get like crazy good at it.
Yeah.
But most people
Difficult.
are just normal people.
Yeah, no, sure. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So in this area that you were in, you kind of mentioned that the finding varies a little bit from, area to area. What did you do mostly in the second area to find?
We did a lot more street contacting, I would say, because there's a lot of apartments in.
Okay.
I think all of Finland has apartments, but especially like Helsinki area. So you can't really get into those as easily because they're locked from the outside. So a lot of street contacting and social media work, I would say.
Okay.
Very nice.
Did you have a favorite one?
Street contacting.
Street contacting.
You'll
There you
never be
go.
bored street contacting. Cause
I feel like that's true.
Did you have a favorite approach?
this one sounds a little boring, but
In Finnish, please.
in Finnish. Well, I can say anything, you guys wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
It's very true.
I think the Finns are very reserved, and they don't really want you to bother them. So, and maybe there's like different ways you could make it more creative, but I think they generally are like, they want you to just be blunt. And so I would honestly always just hit them with like, we have a message about Jesus Christ. Like, can we share it with you? It's really short.
Oh.
And the majority of the time they said no. But, sometimes they, I don't know.
That's why you
maybe
try.
share something. Yeah.
Yeah. The success is in the effort, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Finns is such a cool.
That's what I was about to say. I love that.
The
That
Finns
is so
such
cool.
a cool
That is
like
so
little
cool.
name.
The Finns.
And
It's awesome.
This is a little off topic, but I gotta ask: is your last name Finnish at all?
No.
You have
think
any
it's, like,
Finnish?
German. I don't have any
Okay.
Finnish.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I wish.
I was just throwing that out there. I just wanted to see. Because I
That
know
would have been cool.
we were talking. Okay, so quick story. We were in the temple, and somebody there had served a foreign mission. His last name was Bjorn.
Oh.
And so when he was on his mission, a lot of people in whatever that is, I don't know what language.
I think it's Swedish.
Sure, let's call it
that.
let's call it
Seems
that.
like
every time him and his companion would be like contacting or whatever, they would only speak to the one with the Sweden last name,
Interesting.
Bjorn. And so I was curious if that was a thing
That would have been
because he was
helpful.
like, yeah, literally, I had a companion named Elder Johnson, and nobody ever wanted to talk to Elder. Like they would only talk. He would like say something, they'd be like shut up, American, and like talk to me
That's rough.
because I had the Swedish last name. I was like, oh, okay. So I was just curious.
If only. But
If only, yeah.
How do you feel like the people received you? Was there any sort of like, I don't want to say animosity, but like, oh, you're American, we don't really want to talk to you as much? Did you feel like it was like that at all?
I think it depends a lot. I think there's a lot of Finnish people and people that live there that like they're fascinated with you as an American, especially if you speak a lick of Finnish.
Yeah.
They are very gracious with Finnish, I think, because they know it's so hard. So
That's cool.
they're like, wow, that's incredible. Like, good job. And so those people are.
But I do not want to talk to
Yeah,
you.
true. Once you start telling them what you actually want to talk to them about, they're not interested. But they're impressed with you. But there are a lot of people that I would say like think Americans are kind of dumb. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like I get that vibe from a lot of European countries. They kind of look
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
on us over here.
Yeah.
Real quick, speaking of temples, how many temples are in?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Was it in Helsinki?
Yeah, it's in a town pretty close by. So, not Helsinki, but yeah.
In your mission or no?
hmm
Okay. So if you get called to Helsinki, Finland, you have access to a temple.
Yeah, and it's wonderful because our mission president lets us, if you're in that entire like southern zone, you can go once and transfer to the temple. So it was
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about this with is the second area award?
Yeah.
Okay. So are most of the people that are in the wars, might be a dumb question, but are they Finnish?
That's not a dumb question. There are actually a surprising amount of like foreign people living in Finland, and so there is actually an international ward in the Helsinki area, and then there's the ward that I was in, which is primarily Finnish. So you will always find like foreigners in every ward, I would say, but there is like a ward specifically for them in that area.
And what is foreigners like? What is a lot of the demographic like?
There's a lot of people from Africa, Sri Lanka, China, really anywhere you name. I probably met someone from there. But
That's interesting.
It's really cool.
Okay. Is Finland a place where people are trying to get to? Like, what am I missing?
Yeah, well, a lot of people are trying to go. You should go there too.
Yeah, I want to. That'd be awesome. But why Finland?
It's actually, it's been ranked for like 8 years in a row as like the happiest country in the world.
Is it safe? One of the
It's
safest
very
countries,
safe.
right? Yeah.
It's so safe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is one of the happiest or like the happiest country. I think it's the most content country. Like they don't want anything more than they have, which makes it a good place. But it's beautiful, it's clean, it's safe, it's awesome.
Expensive?
It's probably pretty expensive. I don't.
A little expensive.
Yeah.
Speaking of expenses, how much? What did you get for MSF, and was it enough or not enough?
I would say it was enough. We got, I think the sisters got 170 euros per 2 weeks.
Which translates to.
It's about the same, I think. I think it's like maybe like 60 or something.
Okay,
dollars.
US. Okay.
I can't remember the rate.
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that seems like plenty, honestly.
Yeah.
We started with 80.
Oh.
Yes.
In our mission.
I'm
I think
sorry.
this is
I think
85.
Yeah, and I think I got up to 110.
110?
That's nice.
I think so. Yeah, we were getting up there.
It was getting up there by the end.
Those egg prices.
Yeah, egg and milk. Those eggs and milk
Going through the roof.
We're going through the roof, but
So throughout you're talking about your second area right now, was there an area where you got a lot of media referrals in the mission? Was that a thing?
Yeah, I would say probably that area was
Okay.
because it was so, like metropolitan. It's like the big city. So there's obviously a lot more people interacting with social media and also like foreign people because there's so many there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but every area gets a decent number of media referrals.
Gotcha.
I would say.
Do you have any sort of estimate on like how many referrals like a day or a week you got when you were in that area? Like was it like two or three a day or one a day or like?
Okay, I guess maybe it wasn't that. It was probably like a couple a week. But
Okay,
for
yeah.
Finland, it was like.
No, I'm just trying to get a grasp.
Yeah, because like in the busiest areas like Baltimore, in our mission, you're getting one a day. You're gonna get one a day.
Really nice.
And then on the high days, you get 3 a day. 4 a day. So, which, again, a lot of them did not turn out, but you did get them. You had opportunities.
The media referrals.
Yes, yes. So in the second area, is it kind of the same? I guess was it the same time? Like you were there for one transfer with one companion, one transfer with another companion, and then you were out.
Yeah, I think my mission was very what's the word? Consistent in that way. I
Yeah.
was
Okay.
always in every area for 2 transfers, but a lot of different like other missionaries were there for 1. Maybe sometimes they stayed for 3, but I was I think lucky. That
Yeah.
I stayed
Yeah.
very consistently.
I just want to double check. A transfer in your mission was 6 weeks.
9 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, that changes things.
That makes
Changes
makes
things.
more sense because you said 27 weeks earlier. I was like,
Wow, I went right over.
doesn't
my
make
head.
sense. So 9-week transfers.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
never
not
heard
just
of that
really
before.
bad
That's
at
cool.
math, I hope.
Yeah.
No, I.
So how many areas did you end up in at the end of your mission? Like how many did you
4.
have?
I had
Okay,
4
you
total.
had 4. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So
perfect.
interesting.
So take us now to your third area. Where was that at?
It was a city called Oulu, and it's a lot more
Oulu.
north. It's well, I guess it's probably the third from the top area.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it in a
I'm
better
hearing
way.
you.
I'm right
I'm
here.
following you.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm following.
So it was a lot more north. I was there for the winter, so it was really cold.
Was that your first? Is this the first winter then?
Yeah, I only
Okay.
had one,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
I really wanted to, but
Makes sense.
Yes. Did you
April.
was the daylight there? Like did it get dark quick?
yeah, in the winter we would wake up, it'd be pitch black, and the sun would come up at like 10:30, and then it would go down at like 2.
What?
So we
my
had
What?
mostly
gosh.
darkness.
What about in the summers? Was it any better in the summers?
In the summers, it would be bright all the time. So like,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
open the curtain at 12 a.m. And it would
the
still
sun's
be
out.
bright as day.
Wow.
What?
That's
That's pretty cool.
crazy.
It was cool.
That's pretty cool.
A little bit
Did
different.
did that affect your sleep at all? Like during the summer when it was super bright?
We had really good blackout curtains always.
Of course.
I mean,
That's
Of
you have
course.
to, I'm
Yeah.
sure, because you got to block out
sleep.
that sun. That's
Yes,
funny.
you do.
So Oulu, 5 hours at. Okay, another question, because in the States, Case can attest that when you in the winter, it gets dark at 5:30 or 6, whatever, and you're still knocking, you're still working, and it's like 6 p.m. and people are mad because you're knocking, and they're like, "Why are you knocking so late? My kids are asleep." And
Yep.
it's like, it's 6 p.m. There's no way that your kids are asleep. I'm sorry. Why are you mad? Was it the same thing? Like
Yeah.
at 3 p.m. They're like, "Why are you knocking so late?"
Yeah.
Are
You
you
don't like
serious?
to be there. They don't like to be there.
At 3 p.m.
That's
Oh, man.
crazy.
The darkness really affects, I think, everyone.
Yeah,
I believe
We're
it.
not
sure.
happy. We're trying
Nobody's
to
I
happy.
believe it.
Nobody's happy.
You're
Three-
cold.
3.5, 4.5 hours of daylight. Like
How
that's
cold are we
brutal.
talking?
I was there, unfortunately, for like a record warm winter, which was kind of unfortunate. But
I'm confused why you
Unfortunately,
keep saying that.
you
What
want
about the
to be freezing
I
unfortunate?
wanted the icicles on my eyelashes and like,
just for the experience, or do
Yeah.
you love the cold?
yes, both.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
But
Wow. All right.
Perfect.
I think while I was there, the winter, it was kind of mild, but I was in a northern area, so it was snowier, and the coldest that I got to see was like negative 30 Celsius.
Okay, so that
Oh, negative
But-
30 Celsius.
It's,
So which is like negative.
I think it like evens out at that point. I think negative 40 Celsius is like negative 40 Fahrenheit at that point.
Oh.
But
and that was a record-breaking warm
Yeah.
but I was in the north,
winter.
so. But everywhere else, it
Oh,
was,
Wow.
everywhere else was like a record
It was kinda
breaking
slushy and,
warm.
like-
Oh.
I mean,
So
It
you
would've
did
been
get your
colder.
fix.
I feel
Or
like you
freezing
did
cold.
the
get it.
missionaries the year before had like negative 40, so I really wanted that.
Wait, didn't you have negative 40?
No, negative 30.
She said negative 30
my
Celsius.
fault. My
She said
fault.
it evens
My
out
fault.
at about
Oh,
negative
okay,
40.
okay.
So you didn't get the eyelash.
I didn't.
You
No.
Does it have to be negative 40 to get those?
guess.
I feel like that should be
That's the
plenty
threshold.
cold. It's not.
Maybe I didn't stay out long enough.
Okay. You just had to cry,
Yeah.
and they just
Yes.
freeze on your.
Yes.
Oh man.
So what kind of like clothing did you bring? Like, did the packing list like cover it all? What was that kind of like for you?
Thermals, scarf, big coat, hat, mittens.
And were you still cold?
Honestly, no. If you get a good enough coat,
Okay.
you won't be that cold
Need one of those big North Face puffer.
with the goose feathers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Makes sense.
I remember in Baltimore when it got like, what was it? Was it like 15 degrees
Yeah.
or something?
Well,
It was like,
the problem with Baltimore too is the wind chill
yeah,
and the humidity.
that did suck. But anyway, I think it was like 20, 25 degrees and like a really bad wind chill. And our mission president didn't even let us
Like go outside.
go outside.
Yeah.
And granted,
It's like,
I would like, we went outside for a couple of different reasons, and I had like all my winter clothes on, and it didn't like, it was the coldest I've ever been. And then I talked to like my brother who was in Chicago, and they're talking about negative temperatures, or even like our friend in, where did Gwen serve? North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, we really couldn't go outside. And their normal was like negative 20 degrees.
Yeah.
That's
Well, and
crazy.
I'm assuming being next to the Baltic Sea, it was probably maybe a little humid, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Finland is actually very humid, I would say. So some
Okay.
days we'd have like 90% humidity.
Okay.
So is there any sort of like recommendation, like if you're outside for a few hours to like go inside and warm up a little bit, anything like that? Like,
Yeah,
okay.
like go into a coffee shop or something and no coffee, obviously, but like
Okay.
hot cocoa. Yeah, but yeah, I think we were well advised and well taken care of.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Speaking of coffee shops and hot cocoa, how was the food and drinks and stuff out there? Like, was it all pretty good?
Yeah, I would say if anything, it's a little bland.
Oh.
They have a lot of like the staple like war rations maybe is what I like
Oh.
boiled
Interesting.
potatoes, some sort of like meat gravy sauce.
Yeah, the only vegetable that can grow
Is
there.
potatoes.
Potatoes. Gosh.
Yeah, and then a lot of breads.
Mm.
They have a lot of juice. I don't know if they actually like juice. I think they just give juice like because they assume their guests want juice. I don't know.
Okay.
But that was
I
probably
like
the-
juice.
Yeah,
What
juice
about
is good.
like meat? I mean, was there like cattle out there? Eggs, chickens?
I
don't know.
I'm not actually sure. They have definitely all those things. I don't know if they're imported or not.
Do they
But
use them as food? Is what I'm
they-
trying to get at.
They do. Yeah,
Little
they do.
bears.
Use it. But they also eat the reindeer. So
Oh, did you ever have reindeer?
I had reindeer. I didn't like it.
Okay,
No.
So
a little gamey,
a little gamey.
a little
They're
jerky-ish.
bland.
Yeah, but mostly I would say normal
More on the
things,
bland
beef,
side.
chicken. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How often do you feel like you got fed by members?
It definitely depended on the area, but probably if I were to give an estimate, like an average once a week.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
what's your guys'? I feel like states missions are like
Yeah.
they're better for sure, but it also depends.
It
where
just
you're
varies
at.
so much because I feel like you can be an hour away from Baltimore and it's just a completely different world.
It is. Well, and like even Baltimore, you would think like, oh my gosh, there's so many people. You're probably getting fed all the time. I like that was the least I got fed, and like the area that was my smallest area fed me the most.
Which is typically how it goes.
Yeah. They're just like all over you.
yeah.
So it just kind of varied. So anywhere from 2 times a week to 5 times a week, anywhere in there. So, so your third area was called what?
Oulu.
Olu. Yes. Okay.
These are
So
cool
we're wrapping
names,
up
by
in
the way.
Olu. But before we do, the ward there, branch there, was it pretty
It was
supportive?
a ward, amazing ward.
Sounds like
Really
all
liked
these
it, right?
wards are pretty like amazing.
I would agree. I think you can't go wrong no matter where you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That's good to know.
Very good,
Good to know.
like good leadership out there. Good, like bishops, stake presidents. They're all kind of
Yeah, I
knowing
would
what's
say-
going on and stuff.
That was the best ward coordinator that I ever had. He was like on top of everything. Honestly, often like beat us to the punch and just like did so much. He like came to our house and gave us a new like table and tablecloth and like brought us treats and stuff. I was like,
Wow.
this guy's going
That's nice.
above and beyond. It was amazing.
And that makes all the difference too.
It does.
When you have someone in
ward support.
seriously. Do you feel like you got a decent amount of referrals from members throughout your time in your mission, or was that kind of hard to come by?
That I think was maybe harder to come
Okay.
by. And I don't think that's the fault of like the members.
Yeah,
I
of
think it's
course.
just- It's a hard thing culturally, I would say,
Right.
for them. So I didn't see maybe any of those. I don't know.
I gotcha.
No,
yeah.
some missionaries did, but
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
For sure.
So how would you describe the work in general in Finland? Like, was it, because like obviously in when we interviewed like the kids, the dudes that we interviewed from Africa, it's like, yeah, all we did was baptize. Like they baptized like crazy. Like I'm saying, it sounds like Finland was a little more closed off. It was probably a little harder to break through to some of those people. Was the work going well though? Like were missionaries getting like a baptism or transfer, or like every few transfers, or
yeah.
was it harder to come by?
I think obviously in comparison it was harder to come by, but I think
Not impossible
Not
though.
impossible.
Like if you're working hard and stuff,
Yeah.
like somebody will
they-
show up.
people, there's always people there. And I think what's very interesting about Finland, and probably maybe a lot of European countries, I'm not sure, but it's harder to find the people, but they are committed once they're there.
Yes.
So I
conversion,
think like
yeah.
a lot of other
Once you break through, they're like the elect of the elect.
Yeah.
That's
a lot
cool.
of other missions maybe like it's easier to find the people, but then harder to retain
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
In Finland, it's hard to find them, but
Once you do, they're
like,
there.
They're stellar. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
that is awesome. So now take us to your last area. What was it called? What was it like?
It was called Hyvinkää.
I love those.
Yeah.
Love the
All
names.
the names are so cool.
It was in the South Zone again, so I only made it to 2 zones. We had a thing where, wow, that's...
Bummer.
Yeah.
Tried to hit all 4
Was
zones?
it zone bingo?
Yeah, I was trying to be
Yeah.
an avatar.
That was-
South, east, west. But
I like
didn't
that.
get that.
Why do they call it an avatar?
Because you like all 4 elements. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Avatar
Oh,
for
I'm
zones.
thinking the
Four
blue
zones.
people avatar.
Oh,
Not like
You don't know Avatar: The Last Airbender.
not like the last
guy.
Airbender. That's why. Yeah. Okay.
go watch that.
I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah. So it was the South Zone, but it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? It was like banishment in the South, because like,
Oh. That's not the word I thought you were gonna use.
yeah. So like,
Oh.
the whole South is connected by this public transport system called HSL, and then it stopped one stop before Hyvinkää. So all the other missionaries, like on P days, could go to Helsinki and hang out with each other, but we're stuck in Hyvinkää
Oh.
by ourselves
Shoot.
Okay.
because we can't get there otherwise.
No Ubers.
No Uber. Well, you maybe. I don't know. Uber. Yeah, but it was a good area. It was hard. It was probably my hardest area. It was
Why is that?
It's a small. I don't even. How do I?
Well, it was banishment.
it was
First of
banishment.
all, that was
First of all, that was first problem. It was very small, but like there were also like 2 sets of missionaries there, and so nobody really had anything going on. But it was like, I don't know, nobody was interested, and there was nothing going on. So it was obviously like pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's small and no one's interested, and so you
That's
have
tough.
like one street that you're going up and down, up and down.
And this
talking
is
to
where you
everyone.
ended
That's
your
tough.
mission.
Yeah.
Oh man, was it a ward or a branch?
It was, it might have been a ward actually. The ward was, I'm telling you, all
The
the wards
wards are
are
great.
amazing. So it was a ward, and it was an awesome.
Again, because the people that are committed are great, right? The people
Yeah.
that actually, but it's just
stick
fewer.
around.
Yeah.
So that was like, I would say probably my mission crucible, but
Yeah.
I made it through.
And luckily, that wasn't during the winter, right?
It was in the summer, so it was.
Could you imagine the trifecta?
Oh man, I could not.
Small,
I would have
lonely,
Dark
30 hours of daylight,
winter.
Yeah.
negative 30, which you would have enjoyed.
Yeah, apparently.
So there was an
Wow.
upside. It wasn't winter. You're right.
So with all your companions and stuff, and obviously like you don't have to go into detail, but for anybody who might struggle with their companion for whatever reason, like I would imagine, for me, at least, like the dark days in the winter where it's like 4 hours and you're just like with your companion trying to struggle your way through the day. How would you? What advice would you give to somebody that's like getting sent there in the winter? What do you do? Like, how do you stay
That's a good question.
with an eye single to the glory?
That is a good question. The dark is something that can take a big toll on you, and I think that can be physical darkness or, mental darkness, whatever it may be. But I think if you look for the light, you can always find it. And that can be different for everyone. Everyone has maybe different things that are light to them, whether that's like a pastry on a 2-hour street contacting block. Finland has really good
pastries?
It's like
Really good
walls
pastries.
full of pastries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
You
so
missed that
I
when you were
do.
talking about the blandness.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
glad
true.
we circled back.
They
Good
do have
pastries.
good pastries, good
Okay.
desserts.
Good.
Yeah. So pastries can be a light, or I don't know.
Do they have good ice cream?
They do. I would say they do. It's not that different than here, but
Sure. Okay.
there's a lot of lactose-free options.
Yeah.
That's not important.
Maybe somebody. Hey, lactose free.
If you're lactose intolerant, Finland's the place for you. So
Okay.
Perfect.
But anyway, as you were saying, you can find the light in.
you can find the light. That can be in other people. That can be in the members, the friends. You can look for dogs at the end of my mission for like 8 months. I counted every single dog I saw.
Oh my gosh.
That was light for me.
I love it.
So find whatever is light to you and look for it, because it is
like
there.
that. I like it.
That's great advice.
Yeah, that is.
The small things. You have to find the small things when you're
No.
Or you'll go
going through
crazy.
those hard days for sure.
Yeah.
Dogs. Cool.
Dogs.
So, just in general, for anyone that gets their mission call to Helsinki, Finland, any just like general advice for them?
I would say just trust that the Lord is supporting you. Because I think, like, there's a lot to be insecure about as a missionary, whether that be, like, your language skills or your teaching skills or your social skills. There's anything and everything to be insecure about. But I think, like, if God wanted perfect teachers, perfect Finnish speakers, he wouldn't have called.
Everybody would be
everyone
Jesus.
would be- he wouldn't call the people that he calls, but he's not calling perfect teachers or perfect Finnish speakers. He's calling you or calling me. And that's for a reason, because he not only wants you to grow and to change, but he wants other people to be changed by you. And we all have something to give and to share and to help other people learn. And everyone else likewise has things that they can teach to us. So just trust in the Lord's support, because he's always there.
Absolutely.
Love it.
I love that. What were some of your favorite P-Day activities?
Ooh. Okay. I would say a classic in Finland is something called lavu, which is where you go to like a little wooden hut in the middle of the forest, and you have a bonfire and you grill makkaro,
Okay,
which is
that
like
sounds
sausage.
awesome. That's
and
That
amazing.
sounds
just
awesome.
tons of food. It's so good. And you just sit in the forest with some pals.
Negative 30
Negative
degrees.
30. Yeah, we did it in the snow. We did it in the warm. It's great.
So cool.
That is way cool. Did you ever have a car on your mission, by the way? We never got to.
I had it
ask
for the
that.
last month of my mission.
Okay.
But other than that, it was
Whole
walking
month.
and bikes and
Nice.
buses.
So have a transfer.
Have a transfer. Yep.
Joy.
Nice.
It was
So that's a really cool P-Day activity. What were some of the other? Is there any others that people would like to do? Because that's really cool. But I just want to know more.
I think it a lot of times depended on the area you were in, because like in the south you have access to like Helsinki, which is a beautiful city with a bunch of different sites. I went to a cat cafe once
Oh,
in
that's
Helsinki,
lit.
but like in Hyvinkää, the last area I was in, there was like the central mall, nothing else. So we would go to the mall every
Banishment.
P-Day.
Oh my gosh.
So, but you can find things that are fun to do.
Yeah.
Lavu, I don't know. Go to the forest. In the end of the summertime, you can go blueberry picking, mushroom picking, because Finnish forests are all like every man's land. So you can, and it's full of blueberries everywhere, and raspberries and all sorts
That's
of things.
freaking
So we would
sweet.
go
That's awesome.
blueberry picking in the summers.
Wow. Really cool.
Cool. I have two random questions for you. One, in the church buildings, were there basketball courts?
I think there's one. I think there's two actually. I think there's two church buildings that have gyms, but everywhere else.
It's not super common.
No, not really.
And were the church buildings did they look similar to what they look like here?
Not at all. Every church building that I ever saw was completely different, and they a lot of times
That's
have
cool.
like
Were they older
spires.
buildings converted into church buildings?
I think there's some that are that way, but I think the majority of them are like custom built
Oh.
church buildings,
Okay.
and they just look really different for some reason. I don't know why, but it's really cool.
Cool.
Really
And then my one other random question. We kind of talked about there's only one Finnish missionary in the mission. I don't know if we covered this part, but was it all American missionaries that got called to Finland, or were there any missionaries that were from say Africa or China or other countries where people were coming from?
We had missionaries from other places. We had a sister from Australia, a brother from Hungary, a lot from like England.
Okay.
Canada, I think. Probably obviously the majority are Americans.
Majority was Americans.
And there was maybe like 3 or 4 Finnish missionaries
Yeah.
total, but there were some foreigners mixed
Cool.
in. So
That's cool. So, is there anything else you want to touch on, or anything that we didn't get to talk about your mission or about Finland in general that you just want to get out there, get off your chest?
it's the best and most blessed place on earth. So
Okay. Disneyland.
There, yes,
I'm just kidding.
better than Disneyland. If you get called there, you're a lucky missionary, I would say. I don't really have anything
Sounds
else.
like
other
it.
than
No,
that,
that's
but-
awesome.
All right.
That's awesome. Before we completely wrap this up, do you have any either crazy stories or any just like cool stories with someone you met and taught that you wanted to share?
Good question. I don't think I have a lot of crazy stories. I think it was a pretty tame mission.
It's very safe
It was very
and
safe.
content.
Yes, it was very good. But let's think. I don't know. I just think that the people that you meet are there specifically for you for a reason. I got to see one person baptized while I was like teaching, like from finding to baptism.
Yeah.
I was one person, and that was like one of the coolest experiences of my mission.
Yeah, that's special.
Yeah. So, and that was something that I felt very connected to that person. So I know that like all those people that you meet, you're meeting them for a reason. So that's not a very crazy experience, I guess.
No,
So how did you
that was
meet
great.
them?
We were street contacting outside of a university, and it was
Cool.
this short little Chinese guy, and he was like the sweetest thing on earth. And like immediately it was like, sure, I'd love to meet tomorrow. And I was like, that doesn't happen in Finland. That's just like completely crazy. But we met him. He was like so nice. He brought us herbal tea. He was like, I looked up online that you guys don't drink coffee or tea, so I brought you this like herbal tea. And he like pulled out the tea maker, and I was like, this guy is something
Wow.
special. And we met with him like every week, several times a week maybe, and like he was completely like ready. He was
Yeah.
Wow.
elite.
That's special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've loved in going through this, you just multiple times touching on just like the small blessings and pauses that you saw throughout your mission, because that is just so important to remember as a missionary. And I think a lot of people don't really recognize that going into a mission. They think it's going to be crazy the whole time and baptizing the whole time. And there's some missions that are like that. And it can be easy if you're even in an area within a mission, or if you're in a mission that's not super, super high baptizing, like maybe a mission in Africa or South America, to compare. And that just isn't worth your time. And so I loved you touching on finding the small positives, and really truly focusing on the people, even if it's a couple people that you get to see be baptized, however many it was. Just focusing on the individuals makes all the difference and makes it into an amazing mission. So really appreciate you taking the time to come on and share your experiences. Anything else you want to share? Any other questions?
I don't have anything. So if
Neither
you
do I.
Perfect. Well, then, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Tessa here with the Helsinki Finland Mission, episode 14. Just as she went and did in Finland, you shall go and do. That's a wrap.
Boom.
Amen.